Solving systems of equations by graphing. To solve systems by graphing, let's first write the equation in slope-intercept form. Number 2, graph each equation on the same coordinate plane. Number 3, where the lines intersect is the solution to the system of equations. And then number 4, we can check that solution by substituting the XY ordered pair into both of the original equations, and the left side should equal the right side. Okay, so here's our system. X plus y equals 3. That's our first equation. And 8x plus y equals -4. That is our second equation. Now, neither one of these equations are in slope-intercept form right now, and so the first thing we need to do is get each equation in slope-intercept form. So let's just call this top equation equation number 1. That is x plus y equal 3. Let's solve for y so that it is in slope-intercept form. To do that, I'm going to move x to the other side. Those x's would cancel, and so I have y equals, this is a negative x, and this is a positive 3, right? So y equals negative x plus 3. This is my first equation. This is my first equation in slope-intercept form. Okay, this bottom equation, let's call this equation number 2, and let's get equation number 2 in slope-intercept form. So it is 8x plus y equal -4. I'm going to move this 8x over by subtracting 8x so that y is by itself on the left side, and on the right side I would have, this is negative 8x, and this is a -4 or -4, okay? So now my first equation is in slope-intercept form and my second equation is in slope-intercept form. Now I have both equations in slope-intercept form. I can now graph each equation. So I'm going to go to the same coordinate plane. I'm going to graph these equations. Now remember, when graphing, you always begin with B, begin with the y-intercept, and then move with M. Begin with B, move with M, with the slope. So look at our first equation, which is negative x plus 3. What is the B? What is the y-intercept? Well, the B is this number, right? 3. That's where I'm going to begin. I'm going to begin at 3, positive 3. Remember, that's on the y-axis. This is the y-axis, the up and down line. The y-intercept tells us where that line crosses the y-axis, which is 1, 2, 3. It crosses the y-axis right there. Now, what is my slope? I begin with B. I move with M. The slope, what is the number in front of x? Not 1, but -1, right? There's an invisible 1 right there. And so this is -1 over 1, right? And so I need to go -1 or down 1 to the right 1. So from the B I go down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1. And going down 1, right 1 is the same exact thing as going up 1, left 1, up 1, left 1, up 1, left 1. All right, so then I connect these points with a line, draw arrows on the end of the line. Okay, this is equation number 1. Let's graph the second equation so that we can see where these lines intersect. With the second equation, I'm going to begin with B. B is right here, -4. That's where it crosses the y-axis. Here's the origin. It crosses at -4, so I got to go down 1, 2, 3, 4. It crosses the y-axis right there, -4. After I begin with B, I move with M. M is the number in front of x. In this case, it's -8, or -8 over 1. If it's -8, that means I'm going down 8, up 1, down 8, up 1. And I could go down 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right 1. So there would be a point right there. And going down 8, right 1 is the same thing as going up 8, left 1. So from the B, let's go up 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, to the left 1, right there. I'm going to connect these points with a line right there. Draw an arrow on the end of your line. Okay, and this is the second equation. Now that I have my two lines graphed, the purple line is equation 1, the orange line is equation 2, I see that these lines intersect, these lines cross, and that point that they intersect is the solution to this system. And so as you can see, they cross right here at this point. And so I need to find out the XY ordered pair that names that point right there. Well, to name it, I always start from the origin, and I go left or right first. I would need to go left 1, and if I go left 1, the x value is negative 1. So from the origin, I go left 1, and then I go up or down. In this case, I would need to go up to get to this point. I go left 1 and up 1, 2, 3, 4. If I go up 4, that is positive 4. So this is my x, y ordered pair. Of course, like the alphabet, x comes first and then y. So this is my x, y ordered pair, and ordered pairs are always written in parentheses. And so this is my solution, right? Negative 1, 4. Now I can always check algebraically to make sure that this is indeed correct. So let's come back to our equations, right? This was our first equation, and we're saying our solution is negative 1, 4, and this is the x. This is the x, y value that satisfies both equations. So let's plug those x, y values into the equations and see if we are indeed correct. So the first equation, right, was x plus y equals 3. That was the first original equation. So let's plug negative 1 in for x, negative 1 in for x, so I'm plugging that in right there. Negative 1 plus, what's the y value? The y value is 4, so I'm plugging 4 in for y. Is this true? What's the left side? Well, negative 1 plus 4 is 3. Is 3 equal to 3? Yes, it is. All right, so the point negative 1, 4 works in the first equation, but does it work in the second equation? Let's check and see. The second equation was 8x plus y equals negative 4. 8x plus y equals negative 4. Let's check and see, does this point work in this equation? Well, I'm going to plug in negative 1 for x, so 8x means 8 times x, or in this case 8 times negative 1. I'm just plugging in negative 1 for x, so 8 times negative 1 plus, what's the y value? The y value is 4 equals negative 4, okay? 8 times negative 1, that is negative 8, plus 4 equals negative 4. What's negative 8 plus 4? That's negative 4. Does negative 4 equal negative 4? Yes, it does. And so I have just checked algebraically that my solution, when I graphed it, is indeed the correct answer, because that point, negative 1, 4, this point, negative 1, 4, satisfies both equations. And so this is the solution. This is the solution to the system of equations, negative 1, 4.